We're back with another 2021 rookie profile. Is Kenneth Gainwell a heat seeker? Watch and find out. Brad with RotoHeat and RookieDraftGuide.com. Welcome back to the channel. If you haven't subscribed already, do it. If you have, thank you. Drop a like. Let's get this thing up to 200 likes. And don't forget, check out RookieDraftGuide.com. We're talking about Kenneth Gainwell, running back, Memphis. Is he your top 3 fantasy running back in this draft class? Let us know in the comments below. Gainwell was never really highly regarded coming out of high school. Only a 3-star prospect out of Yazoo County High School in Yazoo, Mississippi. 124th ranked athlete on 247. In the thousands when it comes to nationally ranked. He went under the radar. You know, what that tells you is obviously people were missing the bus, missing the boat. They were drifting out in the water on this one. He got to Memphis, and obviously 2018, there wasn't a lot to see. You know, didn't get but a couple, but less than 100 carries, less than 10 carries. Didn't even get 100 carries. He played in 4 games, had 4 attempts for 91 yards and a touchdown. Also had 6 catches, 52 yards. You know, that was really it. But in 2019, spoiler alert, if you haven't paid attention and you haven't been watching college football in the year 2019, he was electric. He blew up. 14 games, he had 231 attempts for 1,459 yards, 6.3 yards per carry, 13 touchdowns. They also added another 51 catches, 610 yards, and 3 touchdowns receiving. Wow. You know, for a guy that was very under the radar coming out of high school, he kicked in the door in college and said, y'all done messed up. That's what happened there. Gainwell is an interesting player because at 5'11", 191 pounds, he really does fit the mold of the type of back that you're looking for in this day and age. They used him, Memphis was able to use him in a variety of ways. You know, he was able to not only play in the backfield as the true running back, but they split him out and obviously did some things where he was working on the slot and getting a lot of action all over the field, and it showed in a big way in his one college season. Obviously 2020 opted out, but Kenneth Gainwell definitely in his single season in college really set things on fire, and really told everybody, hey, I'm here and I am a very legit running back to consider. And he did so in such a way that he's like, nah, I don't need to play again. I'm good. I'll wait. I'll work out, get ready for the draft, and here we are. $1 million question. What do you do with him? How does the team feel about him? I am looking currently at the team's evaluations there. Up in front of my eyes, RookieDraftGuide.com. They can be up in front of yours as well. The team likes him. The team's pretty high on him, quite honestly, when you look at the overall grading, the average between the team, he's definitely up there. He's definitely high on the team's list. And, and looking through the evaluators' comments and, when I studied the tape, obviously on the Rookie Draft Guide site, we have film that we've watched. There was a lot to like about him. When you think about like Tulane in 2019, you see the type of player that he can be, and obviously Memphis, very spread offense. He's facing, light boxes and the type of offense that Memphis runs, that just is what it is, which, that's nothing against the runner. The way that they spread the field out, teams just have to be able to handle that. But we've seen other backs come out of the system and be successful at the next level. I think what you're going to see from Gainwell is a player that may go a little under the radar in the NFL draft, opting out this last season. The thing that we in the evaluation and scout community, we have to look at things a little different in 2020. Now, obviously, news is starting to drop that the combine's going to look different, so you're not going to see things the way we would normally see in Indianapolis, where everybody gets together and does all the drills and all the testing and measurements and whatnot. It'll be a lot of virtual stuff. Pro days will be virtual. I mean, everything's going to be it's going to look a lot different. So a guy like Gainwell, you know, it'll be very telling how scouts view that 2019 film. And if scouts truly go back and the teams truly go back and just trust their eyes and trust the film, Gainwell probably will shoot up draft boards, because what he did in that offense was dynamic. He gives you, you know, when I looked at comps, I thought about what DeAndre Swift in Detroit should have been, or a guy like Kamara is in New Orleans, where he's used all over the field, and he's just a mismatch nightmare. Like, Gainwell has that type of ability. You know, one of the evaluators said, you know, kind of a better version of Ahmad Bradshaw back in the day. You Giants fans, you know, this kind of potential is there. So, you know, the names that are being thrown around as comparisons, you know, in comparisons, I don't know what to make of him. You know, he's not any of those guys, but he has skills that liken himself to a lot of those different guys. Can be used out of the backfield in a variety of ways, because he has a great quickness about him. He's got an explosiveness that, you know, he really can become a very dynamic piece of an offense. You know, and he really could be a featured back, you know, with the way that he plays the game. He can do all the things that you need him to do, you know, and he secures the ball. You know, I think he only had 1 or 2 fumbles in his, you know, almost 300 carries at Memphis, you know, so he's very good at securing the ball, which teams are going to need and want out of their player. You know, he is very good as a pass catching back. Obviously, he'll continue to need to grow in the pass blocking side of things, but a lot of backs coming out of college, that's an area that will need to work on, because it's just the way it is. So they're so often used as pass catchers and not necessarily blockers, that sometimes that area is a little underdeveloped. He is really one of those running backs that I think is by the time your rookie drafts come, he's going to be first round type rookie running back. Personal opinion, obviously rookiedraftguide.com, you can see the opinion of everybody, but I'm the one recording this, so you get what I tell you. And what I tell you is, this guy is somebody that you're going to want to keep an eye on. I think he's one that, as we get through the process, a name that you'll start seeing more of, because when you look at this running back class, he really, outside of, you know, your top 1 or 2, which obviously would be Etienne and Harris, he has such a strong case to be made why he isn't, you know, in the top 3. And that's why my question, is he one of your top 3 running backs, is very valid. And I want you to comment. If you've watched any of these other videos and you've commented on these videos, our boy CXK or Abel or any of the guys who comment, you see that we respond. That's what we're here to do. We want this conversation to go on. So talk to us. Let us know how you feel about Gainwell. Let us know how you feel about him as a top 3 running back in the rookie class. Let's keep that conversation going on Discord. Let's keep that conversation going on our Facebook community. Hit us up on Twitter. You know what to do. I say it every time. I'm a broken record, but that's okay. Just in case this is your first time, welcome. We have all those platforms. We're here to talk to you fantasy football 24/7, 365. We appreciate you guys. We'll talk to you again soon. Don't forget to check out rookiedraftguide.com.